I can start recording. Are you recording? You are.
Today we're going to talk about Revenge. No, not Revenge Against the System. Revenge, the movie by Coralie Ferget. And Al has a lot to say about that movie. Be back in a sec. Still on hold. I'm on hold because I want to get a movie.
We'll do it on hold, yeah.
The movie is Leave It to Heaven, starring Jerry Mathers.
Leave It to Heaven, starring Gene Tierney, 1947.
I'm afraid we don't have a copy at the moment.
Ah.
Revenge.
Revenge.
4 actors in the desert. Lots of fun. Lots of fun.
What did you like most about this movie?
What did I like most about this movie? Well, I've seen Faster Pussycat, Kill Kill. I love the genre of exploitation films. But I don't necessarily like watching rape on film. I didn't like that part at all, but then again, the film was made by a woman, and she had this incredible story to tell, so
But they never showed the rape scene. They
did.
cut away. No, they cut away. Yeah, all you saw was the guy diving in the swimming pool. And the guy looking away, the guy turning up the TV, but you never saw the actual...
Oh, and then he comes with the food in his mouth, and he
that
ignores...
was before. Then afterwards, he goes to the TV, we hear her, and then we see him go to the pool.
That's right.
So
you don't
she
actually
was smart
see...
enough to cut away. I would have liked to have seen it. I'm sorry, but if you're going to show it, you got to show it.
We didn't need to see it. It was so vivid that I feel like I experienced it. I'm like experiencing post-traumatic stress disorder right now, thinking about it, because it was these 3 men in this film are the lowest of the low.
Well, I don't know if they're low. They're just who they are. They're drug dealers. They're just out there in the middle of the desert. They've got no contact with any women. And then this woman shows up, and she's beautiful.
She is.
Can I say that? Matilda Lutz in this is beautiful.
She's beautiful in every way, with the hair flowing and her little pink earring and the lollipop when she steps off the helicopter.
And Coralie just accentuates this. This is like a veritable cornucopia of delectable experience. Everything about it, the heat in the desert, the beauty of the pool, the beauty of Matilda Lutz. She comes down, she's this little sex kitten.
Yeah.
And
she's so happy to be there. She's in love with this incredible guy. This guy who's like so square-jawed and heroic and athletic and obviously a millionaire to have this glass mansion in the middle of the desert. And then his 2 friends show up.
Well, the premise of the movie is that she is a woman who's out, a young lady who's out to go to LA and make a career for herself. This guy obviously has picked her up and said, I can help you, but first you got to come home with me. And he takes her in his helicopter, flies her to his vast estate in the middle of the desert. She's impressed. They make love. And then things go wrong because 2 guys show up who weren't supposed to be showing up so early. They turn out to be his partners in drug dealing, and they have to get rid of her.
And, well, before they get rid of her, though, they rape her.
Yes, I know, but I'm just cutting to the chase. Oh. So they rape her, and then she says, I want to go home, and he says, I can't take you home, and she says, well, you better, I'm going to tell your wife, because he's been having an affair on his wife, and he says, what? And he looks at them, and they have to get rid of her. There's a chase in the desert, she gets kicked off a mountain,
and that's when the fun begins.
When the fun
That's
begins.
when this filmmaker, first-time feature filmmaker's brilliance emerges as a storyteller. So many tricks and turns and just an incredible saga through the journey and a story of survival.
Survival is right, and I'm telling you, there's more blood in this film. This is Quentin Tarantino on steroids. Every scene is bathed in blood.
There is one scene that I will hold dear for the rest of my life, and it's that little ant's reaction to the droplets of blood. Never seen anything like that before on film. This ant reacts like a human being, right?
Well, you got to explain to him what that means. What do you mean, ant blood? What are you talking about?
Well,
she's impaled. She's impaled on a large branch.
By the way.
And it's coming up through her chest, and when we cut down to the ants at the bottom, climbing up toward and feeding on her skin, droplets of blood are falling down, and they sound like earthquakes.
Incredible. By the way, that was my what the hell moment. Talking about what the hell moments. The branch and the fact that she even survived being impaled by a tree.
What the hell?
What the hell?
What the hell?
But the reason she survives is because she's an amazing woman, and she survives everything she has to endure, including being hunted by 3 men.
How about my what the hell moment?
What was your what the hell moment?
She's in a cave. She's been impaled, but she's managed to drag herself away from being impaled and drags herself into a cave. And she takes acid to stop the pain. And she takes this aluminum can, cuts it in half, opens it up, flattens it, and then takes it on a knife, shoves the knife through the metal, holds it over a fire until it's red hot, and then puts it on the wound.
She cauterizes herself.
But she's on acid, so she doesn't feel anything.
Nothing.
I don't know. I would have felt that.
Would you have felt it if you had seen the phoenix on your body afterwards?
The label of the can is a phoenix, so she comes away with this phoenix, which is symbolic.
Beautiful imagery. And then the saga continues, and she
hunts these guys down one at a time.
Yep. Here's a really interesting fact about this film. It was programmed in the midnight slot at both Sundance Film Festival and Toronto.
I saw it at the Laemmle, so it was like an arts film. So it's not one of these studio films. It's a very personal film.
Make sure you can find it and see it on the big screen. You won't be disappointed.
You got to.
Out of 1 to 10, I give this a 10, and here's why.
Aha!
Because I always applaud whenever the storyteller is outside of the male gaze. Here you have a female director and a female star. So you know that the story is going to be completely different than what we're used to seeing, the norm. So for me, I have to say, incredible storytelling, innovative, and a 10.
I liked it because everything about it was visceral. It was a genre film. You knew exactly what was going on. The title tells you everything. I would go out and see this film very quickly because it's disappearing. It suddenly is now gaining traction. She's already got like another film coming down the tubes.
Right.
But this film is about a heroine, not the drug, but a heroine who decides to do something about what's happened to her, and she does it beautifully. A lot of blood and guts, great acting, how about it?
Amazing performances all around.
Great music. Who was that guy that developed the music? Unbelievable.
It had an incredible score. I wanted to talk about it.
I would give it a 10, because here's the ending.
I knew you were going to give it a 10.
I'm going to put my ending on this film. I'm not going to tell you what the ending is, but this is how I would have ended it. After she kills everybody, she's laying down unconscious. We see the camera over her shoulder. She's laying like this. The helicopter lands by the pool. The guy gets out, calls the guy's name. Hey, comes to the door, says, hey, are you in there, Tom? And we see her hand, shotgun standing up next to the thing.
She's not going to stop anytime soon.
That's my ending. So.
Well, there you go. Revenge. See it. It's still in theaters. You won't be sorry. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe below.
Mike and Al?
What the hell?
That's it.